And the people who are also stupid are the people who agree with this dumbass's tariffs. Let me give y'all a sense of this here. Okay, when the idiot was there 4 years ago, more than $25 billion in taxpayer money was provided to largely white farmers because of his tariffs. I remember there were farmers who announced that they were losing their farms, filing bankruptcy. And I'll never forget, one of these white boys said, oh, I would vote for him again and it's worth losing. And I'm sitting there going, time out. Yo dumbass defending that the man lost the family farm because of Trump's idiotic tariffs that did nothing, that accomplished nothing. And more than 25 billion of that were given to farmers. But let me be real clear, white farmers. So what are we now seeing? On today, which is the ultimate DEI day, diversity, equity, inclusion, when the white racists finally allowed Jackie Robinson, because it wasn't about merit, to come and play in Major League Baseball. We'll cover that later. But we're seeing the attacks on DEI in every federal government. And guess what that includes? Agriculture, USDA, is having a devastating impact on black farmers. So black farmers already got screwed and have been getting screwed for decades. Now when you had a glimmer of hope, Trump is like, shut the door. And guess who's quiet? All of these black MAGA people. You hear nothing from Senator Tim Scott. It's black farmers in South Carolina. You don't hear jack from Congressman Byron Donalds. Nothing from Utah Congressman Burgess Owens. You don't hear jack from Texas Republican Congressman Wesley Hunt. Black farmers down in Texas. There's some black farmers in Florida. Nope. Now we know ain't no black farmers in Utah. So you don't hear nothing. Not a peep. And how about all these other little MAGA minions? What's that little girl down in Atlanta, Michaela, whatever the hell her name is? Ain't heard nothing. Ain't heard nothing. What about that little other fool, Harris? They love, what about all them fools? All them fools who were sitting here at the White House, Black History Month reception, oh, smiling and cheesing and profile and posting their videos and all on social media. Oh yeah, they were all doing that. And guess what? Silent. How about Sharice Lane? Here's a black woman who's a Florida A&M graduate. Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. She one of them folk. When Florida, they cut $16 million from Florida A&M's pharmacy school. Ain't heard a peep. I told y'all. We saw what happened down there when Trump declared it was illegal DNA. It was illegal DNA. DEI, illegal DEI. So they canceled the deal in Alabama. We're going to talk about it a little bit later. What have I constantly said? These people do not like black people. And these same black conservatives, these black MAGA people, none of them are standing up for black people. None of them. John Boyd is the president of the National Black Farmers Association. John, we made it clear.
Yes.
Trump didn't give a damn about black farmers last time,
no,
and he don't give a damn about black farmers now.
That's correct. And Roland, you laid it all out there loud and clear. One thing that I want to highlight before we get into this tariff thing is the president put an executive order out there allowing white South African farmers to provide them with a fast pathway to citizenship in the United States, and they're going to give them land out of federal inventory from the United States Department of Agriculture and grazing land from the Department of Interior and provide them a homestead. Things they never did in this country for black people. And I've been trying to get our land, Roland. You've been covering this thing, man, for 15 years, man. We've been talking about this land and inventory. They want to give it to South African white farmers that Trump says face discrimination in South Africa. But all these 40 years I've been trying to get it right here in the United States. It's always a reason why we can't get our land out of federal inventory. That should be on blast on everybody's social media line, because land, Roland, is everything, is absolutely everything. And that's why I've been after it for all of these years. And this president came in and closed up civil rights on the first day at United States Department of Agriculture. It took an act of Congress for me to get the Civil Rights Office reopened under the Reagan administration. An act of Congress had to reopen it and fund it with money with the support of President Bill Clinton. We had to do all of this through Congress. And this president comes in one day and wipes away 40 years of work at the United States Department of Agriculture. It's crazy, and he's circumventing Congress. This man's acting like a dictator, in my standpoint. He's going around the courts. He's not abiding by the court decisions that's out here. It's rampant, and we have to rise up and speak out against it. And, Roland, thank God for this platform, man. And I roll through my social media just about every night, and I see you on the front lines with the consistent message of fighting back, man, and pushing back, and we have to do more of it.
I mean, what are you hearing from these black MAGA people? Are they responding to emails, phone calls? Where they at?
I'm glad you raised that. And we're a national organization. We got 51,000 members who've been around since the 80s. And we have some of those people. Roland, you hear from some of these crazy people. And they want to argue you about Trump. And now the debate is bare minimum now. But I had a lot of pushback when I came out nationally for VP Harris, from people and the organization itself that didn't want us to do that. Some of these very same type of individuals that you are describing here. We got to do better at understanding. Yes, I agree we didn't get everything that we needed from the Democratic Party, but anybody who's confused about the difference between the Democratic Party, Joe Biden, and this president in office right now, something's wrong with you. And here's the other thing that is very alarming. They changed our name, Roland. DEI, minority farmers, socially disadvantaged farmers, farmers of color. They were spitting on me at USDA because I was black. They wouldn't allow me to see the loan officer but one day of a week because I was black. I was coming in the back door, yes, in the 80s and 90s because I was black. They got to stop changing our definition. We're black people, and these are, and we face a special set of issues in this country that no other people face with pure hatred. And this president hates black people, if anybody's confused out here.
See, here's the mistake that people make. They go, oh, but no, he's got a black HUD secretary, and he had Ben Carson last time, and he's got. Here's the deal. Look at his White House.
Yes.
Are there any black top aides? No.
No. Advisors? No.
None. So all these little black MAGA minions taking photos, posting stuff, all of them, all these little folk, and I'm gonna name them: the silly ass, the Cartier family, all these folks, the Hodge twins, all these folks got lots to say on social media, but they are saying nothing about the impact on black people.
Yes. And you know what? This is going to be devastating on black farmers because, Roland, and that's the tariff piece. A lot of our people don't understand the commodities that I've been raising for 42 years. Corn, wheat, and soybeans are controlled by the market. Every time the president says the word tariff, the price plummets. The other countries don't want to trade with us. China is now buying soybeans from Brazil, and now they just said they're pulling out $2.5 billion of beef. I raise beef too. All these things are going to affect us. But when the money's rolled out, and you laid it out in your commentary, they say, oh, we're going to roll this money out through the Department of Agriculture. The same Department of Agriculture that was calling me a nigger, the same Department of Agriculture that was tearing my application up, throwing it in the trash can, is going to be the same Department of Agriculture that makes sure black farmers get money. It's not going to happen. And that's why I support, we got to, get the prices up. We got to get rid of this president. I mean, I hate to start talking about that. We got to put a candidate out there. They got the galls and balls enough to stand up to him. And also say, I'm going to come into office the first day and do away with every one of those executive office orders that he put out there. We're going to do away with it. We need a person like that who's standing up and fighting right now and saying and talking and saying those things right now. That's the first thing we got to do. And then black people, we got to voice up and come together. If we can't come together on the Donald Trump, we're never going to come together in this country based on this way this man has treated black people. Every week he's saying something directly, do away with Black History Month, do away with anything that has anything to do with color and blackness in this country. He came in, and his architect, Roland, we don't want to leave his name out. His name is Stephen Miller. And we had a conversation on your show years ago when he started suing me in federal court, blocking the $5 billion to black farmers. The person who orchestrated the language and who's crafting the language for this president and these executive orders, his name is Stephen Miller. And some sort of way he needs to be dealt with as well.
Again, I just want folk to know, these are the people who run around. These are the people who run around. Black folks need to be supporting Trump. They sitting here touting all the wonderful, great stuff he's doing. But again, on things that are specific, they are silent. They are saying nothing.
Yes, and you're exactly right. And you could look at the brother from South Carolina. We ain't heard a word from him.
Nope.
And we got thousands of black farmers in his state. That need help and assistance. Right now, black farmers don't have farm operating loans in place, and it's planting season. And we need for our people to come together and help support these brothers. We should have our corn planters in the field right now rolling. They have they're closing up local offices, and they have done away with anything that had to do with color at USDA and NRCS, Farm Service Agency, Rural Development. The agencies that's supposed to be extending credit out here, they went away and done away with civil rights directors in those agencies. Anybody that was doing anything around color, they're already gone. So I want to be very, very clear. Those positions have been terminated, and they fired them, and they fired these people. That's what this president is doing to black people in this country, and we're too silent about it, in my opinion.
Questions from the panel. Mustafa, you first.
Yeah. Well, John, it's good to see you again. I remember the time we met.
Hey, brother, how you doing? Thank you for what you do.
Yes, sir. I'm blessed. I remember our signing at EPA years ago.
Yes.
We got 48 million black folks in our country. And if you had the ability, and this is one of the platforms, to be able to speak to them, what would you ask them to do in this moment to address the issues that are happening to our black farmers across the country?
Go out and support us, blackfarmers.org. That's the first thing you got to do. You don't have to be a farmer to support this cause. I want to be very, very clear here. That's the biggest thing you can do to come out and support black farmers right now. Make your contribution is the second thing that you can do. And stay in contact and spread the information. This particular segment needs to be on everybody's timeline tonight. share this show right now on all of your social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever suits your fancy. Post this segment out there tonight so people can get the facts about what's going on in America.
Larry?
Yeah, thank you for your time and everything you do for Black farmers. It's critically important. Can you talk a little bit about, there's a long history of black farming in the United States. A lot of folks don't know about, our history in agriculture. Can you talk about what the future could look like? You talked about some of the challenges, particularly the tariffs. Could you, and I know it's having a major impact on farmers in general. And we talked about the challenges that Black farmers encounter. What could the future of Black farming look like with tariffs, particularly with the tariffs, in this, this fight with China, et cetera? What could Black farming look like over the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, it's going to be the loss of farms for us. That's the first thing, that these tariffs are going to put us out of business with no oversight and no regulation from the courts or from the United States Department of Agriculture. And I'm telling our people, and to back up just a little bit, panel, buy some land. Buy some land. Guess what? White farmers are going to be losing some of these farms too. It won't be just black farmers. Some of these mid-scale farmers are going to be losing their farm. Buy some land. If you can afford a ragged-ass Cadillac and Mercedes-Benz, you can afford 5 acres in the country. Yes, I said it. Yes, stop buying them cars, stop buying them designer clothes, and buy 5 acres in the country. That's the first thing we can do as black people. Don't leave that money in the bank right now. Buy some land when it's going to become available. And you heard it from me first. There's going to be a lot of land for sale in America, and we can't let Bill Gates and China and the rest of the people buy it. That's the first thing. We have a rich history of farming. I bet everybody on that panel came from somebody's farm and somebody from one of these southern states here in the country, and we have a farmer in our family. Tell the rich story of history of what our forefathers did. We own 20 million acres of land at the turn of the century. We're down to 3 million acres of land, roughly hovering around 50,000 black farmers, full-time farmers that make a living. I'm proud to be one of those black farmers that farm full-time, and a host of other part-time farmers, and we raise everything. We own, and guess what, people? We're the best. I said it on your show, Roland. We're the best farmers ever in this country because we survive with no loans. We survive with discrimination. We survive with ag companies not supporting us, and we're still here by the grace of God. And guess what? We're going to survive that. You want to know why? We survived slavery. We survived Jim Crow. We survived sharecropping. All the things that they thought would put us out and put us down, we're still here. We're still here by the grace of God.
Larry? I'm sorry, Joe.
Thank you so much, sir, for what you're doing to build on what it was that you were saying. My grandmother, Lucy Perdue, was born in Sparta, Georgia, grew up in Macon, Georgia. My mother's side of the family, everybody's from Mississippi and Alabama through Salina, Tennessee. Give us, city folk, a one-on-one on why farming is important. It's gotten a little trendy for us to sit and talk in church about, we should use this land and you should grow some things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But give those of us that don't know and haven't really gotten it a quick one-on-one about the importance of farming to what we eat every day already.
Thank you for that. And my grandfather's name was Thomas Boyd. He said land was everything. Everything good and great came from the land. Clean drinking water, fresh food to feed your family, timber to build a house on. We've gotten away from that, and the farm is where we built our families. Yes, we spent time together. We were raised together. Many black families. My daddy came from the last of 15 kids, and a lot of black families. My mother had 10 siblings. We've gotten away from the family structure of the farm and also the ability to feed ourselves. If you look at our forefathers, they lived longer than we do now. It's because they was eating healthy foods from their farms that wasn't tainted with chemicals. They were eating meats and all these great fresh things, and they lived longer because of the lifestyle. We've gotten away from the lifestyle, and to answer that question more directly, we take for granted that we have food for abundance in this country. That's what we're taking for granted. So when you look at our farmers and why it's important, we're going to sit down, we're going to eat dinner tonight. Some of us going to eat too much like I do. And we take for granted that that food was grown from someone's farm in this country. So we need to go back and redevelop our connection with food, healthy foods, and the family structure that came from our forefathers. They taught us at home how to live and how to survive on these farms. And we've gotten away from that. And I want to tell the young people that's the way to survival. Land ownership is the way to freedom. If you want to be free in this country, you need to own some land so that they can't take that from you.
All right then. Well, John Lick, keep up the fight.
Roland, hey man, we love you.
I appreciate it.
We love you. We support you, and we appreciate the fight that you put out here every single day, man. Thank God for you.
I appreciate it, and I have not forgotten your offer to come down to the farm to ride horseback.
Come down here, man.
I
saw you out there with that cowboy hat on, Roland.
Come on now.
I want you on my farm wearing that cowboy hat.
Oh, that ain't a problem. I got a few I can rock. Now, how far are you from DC?
About 3 hours from DC, Roland. Straight down 95 to 80.
Okay. All right, then. We're going to make that happen. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. And right now, we're accepting investors in our $17 million round to revolutionize the future of social media. Today, for just $399, you can own 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. While the big platforms have grown too massive and disconnected from their users, Fanbase is building a platform where creators and users truly come first. We've already raised $8.6 million from everyday investors who believe in this vision, and now you can join them. This is your chance to invest in a social media tech company with over 1 million users that is disrupting media by allowing anyone to reach all of their following and monetize their content from day one. The market is changing, big platforms are failing to serve their users, and Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now. Invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the future of social media.